Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph, or Hbar if you will. Now obviously I'm not going to dive in too deep on any sort of price action, because we are already pretty much kind of seeing that price action continue on. We're seeing Bitcoin kind of ranging around the 61.1k. I just want to say right now, and I want to reiterate what I said in an earlier video, prepare for volatile price actions today, because today is the weekly and monthly candle close. Could we be seeing a major dip? 100%. Could we be seeing a major pump? 100%. We have to watch the PA, and we really want to see stuff get validated or invalidated. Me personally, I want to see Bitcoin stay above 62.5k. If we do break down below the low that we currently printed just previously, which we could actually check that real quick on the price chart and kind of just give you guys that input, because I do want you guys to understand the information that is pretty much being relayed to you. So let's go to the 7-day span real quick, and let's see what the low is currently in terms of major support. If this chart could actually load, that would be great. Let me refresh it. I don't know what has been going on. We are still in a fairly bad storm. We have been getting rain pretty much every single day for like the last 4 or 5 days. So obviously this is not loading right now. I don't know why, but we know that the current low for the last historical data, I think it was like, oh, here we go. It actually loaded. So on the 7-day span, the low right now is around that 58k mark. So if we break 48 or 58k, prepare for some lows to be printed in. So right now, currently, with me personally, I'm watching these markets fairly closely, because if we do retest those zones and actually break them, that's going to be fairly significant. But overall, when we're talking about Hbar, could we be seeing a retest of some major support? Most likely if we do range on with Bitcoin, but I'm not expecting too much volatile price action on Bitcoin for a major pullback or anything like that, just to give you guys that base point. So watch for those two levels, 62.5k and of course 58k. Now, before we fully jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys do want more free content and also, paid content, because if you do purchase the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack, you get a ton of free content. All future content is free that gets released on this website, actually, at the current price. So essentially you get everything on the site for this price, and then of course you get all future products for free. It's the best deal that I possibly could do for you guys. There's a ton of information in this. If we go to the full details, you could literally see all of the videos that are included, and there's going to be many more. So here are all of those videos included. I mean, it's massive with how many are included in this. This is like over, like, I want to say over 5 hours or something like that. It's absolutely crazy. But you guys aren't obligated to purchase anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know about that if you guys were interested in my personal exit strategies or how I trade the market and all that kind of stuff. But with that being said, let's move on and let's talk about this market. So first off, literally speaking, and just not me, but everyone out here knows that Hbar is zero risk and high reward. I'm living a peaceful life the day I started investing into Hedera. Sometimes learning patience can be a difficult experience, but once conquered, you will find life is easier. And I've always said this. This is exactly why I like to talk about these projects and these assets. It's not because I like these assets or anything like that. No, I think that they are extremely safe to be in, because these are low risk, high reward factors, but they also will prosper ahead of most of the game. When we're talking about what's happening right now in these major markets that Hedera is perfectly positioned to really kind of disrupt, me personally, I think that we are closing the gap in on a lot of these other assets that a lot of people think that are better than Hedera, but soon we'll realize that Hedera is actually way bigger than them, way more undervalued, and of course way more efficient. So overall, I think it is zero risk and a high reward factor. I think that we have a ton of up pressure very soon on Hbar. I think that we'll see that. So definitely keep a close eye out on it and pay attention. Now, we also see this from Suku. What's Suku and why should you care? Suku is the link between traceability, transparency, and authenticity for both physical and digital goods. Our journey started by revolutionizing the supply chain industry, but that was only the beginning. Learn more. From physical to digital, Omni, our first solution, allows brands to better engage with their users by providing them an easy solution to offer differentiated and transparent products/services that consumers can verify. But how is all that info safe and trustable? Suku equals truth, verifiable. Brand claims and supply chain information are blockchain-based and verifiable data. Are there brands already using Suku Omni? Yep, Suku is being used by brands to show the story behind their offerings. Real use cases. For an example, they actually named two. Suku is being used all over the world by great partners in several industries. In fact, Wong Peru uses Suku to track thousands of tons of beef in Latin every year. And of course, we just hear PLF Dreams uses Suku to better tell the journey behind their ethically made clothing. Now we also see here, but the physical world is not enough for Suku. Brands are now expanding to the virtual world, and just as in the physical world, they need to engage with their users. We are now helping brands and creators increase engagement, traceability, and authenticity for real-world and virtual products, events, and interactive experiences. Again, this is great. Now, this is an NFT-based ecosystem, by the way, from them, which is Infinite. It's Infinite by Suku. Now, of course, is dedicated to bringing brands and creators into the Metaverse 2.0, or as we call it, the Megaverse, where the physical and virtual worlds come together. With its own blockchain-powered traceability, NFC tags, authenticity technology, and white label NFT marketplace solution, Infinite World aims to become the go-to infrastructure for NFT mania. What's next? The last few months have been crazy for Suku, and this is all just the beginning. Of course, they're talking about what happened in the last few months, but we also see here, shout out to all the amazing partners. Thanks for your support and help along the way. And look at that. Coinbase is a partner, and so is Hedera Hashgraph. The breadcrumbs continue to line up for a Coinbase listing from Hedera as well. I think that it is only a matter of time. Now, I also do want to talk to you guys about what is happening with, other use cases. For example, in other words, Canopy Right operates similar to music streaming services by treating cannabis breeders as artists, cannabis strains as songs, and flowering cannabis plants as the equivalent of a play of a song. I think that this is great. Now, I've talked to you guys about the medicinal marijuana standpoint on stocks and stuff. I think that they have a ton of upside potential. I think that this is only the beginning for medicinal marijuana use. I think, really kind of prospering into that new age of acceptance on this, because this could help a lot of individuals. I think that that is great. And I think that this is incredible for a decentralization cannabis herbarium and licensing platform. And I think that this is huge. I think that there's a lot of money behind this, a lot of transactional value. And again, this is only the beginning. And a lot of people, a Hederian walks into a bar, sniffs 10,000 hash strains a second for an hour, freezes numb as if in a trance, gazes into the ceiling in horror as if witnessing a dreaded vision, and whispers, I see the hashish, hash graph. Oh boy, it is forking. I love it. Honestly, I love it. I love the memes. This is huge. Honestly, this is massive. No other asset in the space is doing something like this, so this is huge. I got to follow them 100%. So, definitely look into this. This is pretty cool. Now, again, from Denny Ide, the same one that had that joke, alongside projects like, of course, all of these massive projects, is leveraging the Guardian solution built on Hedera to issue biodiversity credits. Of course, but what is the carbon market anyway? Who recently held a sustainability panel with all of these major companies, and Lehman Baird explains and believes that the solution is a global carbon price. Guardian is a modular open source reference implementation of a policy workflow engine that includes best-in-class ID management and DLT libraries, enabling apps to tokenize ESG assets like rectifies or RECs or renewable energy credits. Biodiversity and carbon credits as well on Hedera. Arcos Energy, which is a huge name in the game, is committed to full transparency of its GHG emissions down to the metric ton. The Rival Digital Asset MRV system accomplishes that for us through the utilization of Hedera's Guardian. Of course, now that you've created an auditable ESG assets, how do you exchange them when they have different attributes such as type of energy, generation/production, geographical location, etc. I'm sorry for that. Automated regression markets is one solution. Block Science is researching. Of course, we do see here, finally, one cannot but bow in respect to the amazing team in the background making the fight against climate change closer to reality on Hedera. Of course, there's a ton of individuals to name, and there's a ton of companies here working together. This is huge. I've always said that carbon credits and even RECs, or renewable energy credits, is going to be a huge game changer, and we're prospering into that age. Now, we also see here built using Infinite by Suku's NFT engine that integrates the carbon negative Hedera DLT with multi-chain interoperability, starting with Ethereum as a roadmap pillar. Metaseva will enable and inspire all who choose or chose to help the world a better place. Again, this goes back to what I was talking about with Infinite by Suku. This is pretty cool to say the least. And NFTs are growing day by day on Hedera, and of course, I've always said that NFTs are going to prosper us into a new age of pretty much buying digital collectibles, and I think that this is great to see as well in terms of that metaverse. This is huge. Now, of course, we are seeing a lot of growth happening on Hedera as well, almost 1.8 billion transactions, and of course, 500,000 total accounts. If I go to Dragonglass right now, these numbers would be significantly different because they are moving very, very fast, and the innovation is happening like it's incredible, to say the least. I've seen this grow astronomically in just the last 8 months of me talking about this project. And we also see here, listen, you can gamble your hard-earned cash on meme coins, or you could own a slice of Web 3.0. Hbar the altcoin, not investment advice. I'm just a guy on the internet. Me, when I spend 2 hours explaining to my homie why Hbar is the future of crypto, and he rings and tells me he bought Shiba Inu instead. And this is the truth, right? A lot of these people are following the meme coin dream. Personally speaking, I am following the utility aspect of these massive coins that have a ton of power to really disrupt these major markets like Web 3.0. Like I've always said, this is a $140 trillion market, and I'm very excited for it. I think that we're going to grow with it and most likely get a nice little percentage of that pie in terms of value. Now, also we do see here are some major, catalyst events that could happen in terms of major exchange listings. There's huge names on here: Coinbase, Bitfinex, Kraken FX, Gemini, blockchain, Celsius Network as well, eToro. These are some huge names, and this is only the beginning. A lot of these will most likely be listing Hbar by the end of the year, especially Coinbase. So I'm very excited to see those catalyst events play into that. Hbar as a technology, it's a fundamental advance in the world of distributed systems. It has fantastic performance, and it achieves the best in security one can have in the field. And that is the truth, right? We are in this massive market where a lot of people are ignoring the science and the technology behind these assets. And again, it goes hand in hand with this, that Hbar is zero risk and high reward. And it truly is. If you hold this for a fairly long time, you will be solid. There's a lot of innovation happening. There's a lot of continued support, and I'm very excited for what the future top 10 holdings in crypto look like, because I know that these two are not going to be here. And ADA, we already talked about ADA on this channel. I don't think that that's going to be up there anyways, but that's just my overall standpoint with that. But with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.